With a sense of seriousness, I moved to historic Heidelberg. No more beer, fresh fruit instead. Architectural beauty and mental discipline was the name of the game. Forget the party and focus on what counts, I said to myself. So I entered the Fritz Gabler Schule, traditional learning environment, only to meet George from Bavaria. His general knowledge was impressive. He had spent his army service in the field kitchen after he'd earned his chef's papers at the Swiss restaurant Movenpick. And a couple of days later, Rolf. He was a top-rated squash player, accomplished gourmet chef, and his family operated a historical castle restaurant. Both George and Rolf would totally be able to do what I could only dream of. But I had the quick tongue and the appearance. Don't I look like the teacher here? We all had transportation and quickly had made out locations where we could make some extra money. But somehow we were thrown off course. 2 challenges arose. Out of these, they'd make this, to be enjoyed in the neighborhood, outdoors, or at organized events. So we signed up. On top of that, there was Uli from the class next door, Birgit, who had great local connections, Annette, a medical student and bartender at a local hangout, Ellen, our critical thinker, and of course Beate, head of Students' Council. Well, what can I say? There was one subject, however, I learned about very well: accounting. The dual entry system and how the income statement would interact with the balance sheet would make or save me a lot of money or taxes going forward. The other subjects I had to master with traditional methods. My buddies also had their weak spots. George, for example, spoke not a word of French, but survived a verbal test by choosing the perfect words when asked by the teacher if he ever wanted to live in Paris. No merci. And Rolf, our Mr. Effective, would copy from a book on his knees during an English exam. Of course, faster than the teacher would dictate. After 2 sections, I got tired and suggested to the teacher that it was enough. He agreed. But Rolf was already in the middle of the 3rd paragraph. I never forget the look in his face before scratching out the last paragraph and rewriting the last line of the 2nd. Score A. Time flies when you have a good time. It was February 1986, and I had to live up to a promise. George and Rolf gave me one last gift.
We're lovers, and that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers, and that is that. Though nothing will keep us together, we could steal time just for one